Angie!
Yeah.
Come here, I want you to try this. I'm testing the new sour series. Needs to be more sour.
Yeah, it's not sour.
That's sour. That's sour. Not sour enough. It's ready. It's right. No, listen, I have the combination. I got it. It's perfect. It's exactly the way we want it to be. Perfect. You're late.
I'm actually on time.
Just
What time did I say?
9:10. I was here early. I wanted to beat you.
I figured you'd be here.
Yeah. Man, how long has it been since we came here? Film.
It's been a minute. I
Been a
trained
minute,
the
huh?
other day, but
Yeah. That doesn't count if it's not on camera. You know that.
it doesn't count. But did you used to came here and train? You used to come.
Yeah. At the beginning, when I first moved here, yeah, they were nice enough to let me train here. I would have to wait until someone leaves so I could get in, though.
Oh, you didn't have a badge?
No. All right.
So today is my least favorite day of the week.
Best day.
When's your arm day?
So I have to do legs, then arms. So quads and arms, yeah. All right. Which one is that? You won? Peach mango.
Your favorite?
Yeah, it is my favorite. Although I really like the new flavor you gave me. Sour lemonade.
That was better.
That was, I don't know if I would say better. Just as good, I would say. Just different, you know.
Yeah. Nice. What'd you think of the show last night?
Oh, Outer Banks? It's great,
You
dude.
hate the brother even more.
I know. I'm so glad.
When did season 1 end? Is it over yet, or?
No, I got like 1 or 2.
Oh, you still. Have
So
more
I'm
episodes?
really glad you told me there's 2 seasons. I was getting really bummed out.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Well, they're talking about season 3 now.
I'm sure. It's got to be popular.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Did you ever watch that Cobra Kai series, the Karate Kid series? You did?
I tried to get into it, but it was kind of dumb, you know?
Really? You didn't like it?
Nah.
I loved it. Wow.
It was really stupid, kind of, you know?
Oh, okay. I liked it. So they're just about to release season 4, and they already signed for season 5. So obviously, there's a ton of people that watch it. So I like it. I like seeing all those old characters and stuff. You know.
Yeah, I thought a little bit was a little corny, you know?
Well, I guess
I
because
guess the original one was a little bit too, right?
yeah, I want to watch it now. Yeah, of course. I love that meme you sent me this morning.
So true, right?
What is the meme saying? Do you remember on top of your
Says
head?
act broke, even if when you're not broke, you know?
That's right.
And
Act like you're
basically,
living
you know,
paycheck to
start
paycheck,
sa-
and
start
yeah.
saving your money instead of buying sneakers and whatever else. you
I
know?
loved it. I think I'm gonna post it on this. People can see it.
Yeah.
Because you always tell me like randomly, are we broke? And I'm like, I'm not gonna say no because you're gonna tell me yes. So I just agree with you. And then I saw the memes after. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I said, well, that's you all day. Where did you get that?
So I saw it. It popped up.
Okay.
And I said, man, this kind of fits my lingo a little bit. You know what
you
I
know
mean?
why it popped up on your feed? Because the phone probably hear you say that.
Yes. All this intelligence.
Yeah. So that's why.
So 30 minutes of cardio this morning, bro.
Fasted? Wow.
30 minutes.
On the machine?
I did elliptical for 20. I did bike for 10. I walked the dog, so I don't know if that includes extra time, but
That used to be your sole cardio.
yeah. Well, the dog's actually been walking pretty steady now, so
Yeah.
it's a little better, you know.
But when you had scrappies, that was your cardio, right? Back in the day.
Yeah, because he kept walking, so I used to walk up the hill at Pacific Park Drive and Aliso.
There was some hills back there.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
That's not like flat.
I remember I was 300 pounds, so for
Yeah.
me to walk the dogs in the morning,
I got your heart
I
rate
think I
up.
used to get up at about 6:30 and walk the dogs. It was like routine, and I pretty much get up at 6 right now.
Yeah.
I'm up at 6. Like I wake up and it's just automatic, and I really can't go back to sleep. I try to force myself sometimes, but so I'm up, and I was up at 7, and I did my cardio and did what I need to do. You know.
Nice. I thought for a while you were trying to stay up to get up later because you're by yourself. There's no one up early.
Well, I think 5 is a little earlier.
It
Than
is
6,
early.
You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
6 o'clock gives me good time because I can kind of dilly-dally till 6:30, get up, answer emails, and then I can start kind of pushing out the door at 7 o'clock. You know, it's still
Yeah.
not too hot for the dogs, right?
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about this weather now. It's a lot cooler in the morning
great.
when you wake up.
Yeah. I went early to walk the dogs. I
How
usually walk.
early?
Well,
What time did you wake up?
I got up early today, 7:30, for me.
Just because you had to, knowing you had to be here?
And I didn't use the alarm. I just kind of, if I know I have something to do, I think mentally.
So
I'm
what
just,
will you do now after we shoot this
so
video?
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go.
Hey man, what's up? How you guys
How are
doing?
you?
Sorry about that.
That's
No,
okay.
Good, man. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Came in to get a session in here, man.
All right, cool, brother.
Good to see you.
Too.
So yes, I'm gonna go eat it's meal number 2, and I'm gonna go train legs at Flex's, and then it's back home and watching 90 Day Fiance. That's a chick show, but I like it.
And then launch this in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. Yeah, today, and then we'll do it tomorrow morning. The thumbnail's ready already, so that's good. Yep. All right, arms today.
Little buys and tries. Start with tries and end with buys, and we'll kind of recap everything.
All right, very cool. That was a lot of sets. Quickly.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of good to be back in Lift Factory. You know, sweating a little bit, and you know what I'm getting spoiled training at these gyms. And you might recall when you came out and trained with me back in the day. You know, we used to train at Sand Hill and Flamingo and Sahara Decatur Golds, even Lake Mead to a certain extent, because we used to lunge outside. Like the gyms were hot, right?
Yeah.
But lately, like we training at, you know, Kilo, Dragons, Fit Club, you know, LVAC even, like there's no open doors to those places necessarily. Like now Fit Club's even closed the door, so the AC is kind of cranking a little bit. So this is my second workout this week back over here at Lift Factory. So if you guys come to Vegas, you know, you have so many options, man. And that's what's really cool about Vegas, where back in the day, it used to be just Gold's Gym, you know, but we had some of the best Gold's Gyms, I think, in the whole country at that point. So. And now, you know, we have a lot of, you see a lot of these murals on the wall. We're in the locker room here, which is, you know, everyone puts their quotes and everything on the walls, as you can see behind me. And this is actually a posing room, so you can check out, you know, see your back up there. And, you know, a lot of the athletes are training here. We just ran into one of the pro figure girls that was out here working out. And, you know, over the years, you know, training transitions, right? And I watched the new guys train, and the advantage that many have today, and a lot of you guys might have with your gyms, and I know some of you guys train at like the harder, smaller gyms and train at home. There's so much more actual machine equipment now. So we got to experience Powerhouse yesterday. Powerhouse Gym is another new one that opened. And you know, you have some very smooth machines there. I don't even know what brand it is. It's from Korea.
Korea and Japan.
Yeah, Japan. But you know, we talk about, you know, the hammer strength days, and I watched those machines come about. And Gold's Gym in Venice used to stock, you know, they used to give the pieces to Gold's Gym Venice because that was kind of like obviously the place where everyone went to actually try the stuff, and that's kind of where we saw the most available hammer strength equipment, Life Fitness. We saw Flex equipment, which I endorsed for years. Icarian, which now got bought out by Star Trek, and Cybex, and you know, there's so many, and obviously there's new Arsenal, and you know, some of these new equipment pieces, you know, Flight and all these other things that people use. But this is a meat and potatoes exercise gym. Like, you see a lot of my movements, and I'm going to go through those movements that we went through today. The reason I train here is to kind of bring my head back to bodybuilding, and that's sometimes I get in that mood. And I was just saying to Dave off camera, I go through my mood changes, and sometimes I want to train, like I want to get in the grunge, and I want to be in like the spit on the floor gyms. That's kind of what I call these places, and I love that atmosphere. It makes me like a little hungry again, and it brings me back to like my roots. And then sometimes it's like, if I want to do like more of the lighter workouts, you know, I'll hit more of like the commercial gyms and focus on more machines. But fortunately for me, guys, I don't have any restrictions to how I train. So there's no bad shoulders or bad knees or bad back or anything like that, which allows me to be able to do all the functional things. I'm still deadlifting. You know, I like I said, I don't bench press. I do bench with dumbbells. I shoulder press. You guys just saw the recent shoulder video. So I'd like to hear everyone's opinion, how they've transitioned their training. Some of you guys that, you know, used to maybe bodybuild like with free weights when they were only available. I mean, so we have some people that have been training for 30, 40, 50 years on here. I've been training 30 years now. It's pretty unbelievable. So I'd like to hear your opinion, but let me walk through the exercises because I did have to write them down just so I know. Okay, so first exercise, ropes on the knees, press down for triceps. Always a great movement. I do them on the knees because it's a little more strict. I don't lean in as much. You can focus on the triceps. I think I did 5 total sets here because 2 were warm-ups, so I'm focusing on 3 sets per exercise and around 12 repetitions, okay? Next, press downs. You saw I leaned in. Used a straight bar, okay? Some people call this cheating. It always works best for me. Focusing on 12 reps, really getting a contraction, 3 sets there, no warm-ups because I was already warm. So I used the dips. I used the only dip machine. Sometimes I use weighted machines, but this was a body weight dip bar. So I just did 3 sets there. I'm just using my body weight because obviously, you know, I still weigh 240. Dave said I looked heavy on that set.
Yeah.
So cable one arm extension. So you saw I leaned in, I did the cable one arm. I like doing these. This is a great finisher movement, great for that that detail in the tricep. I did 3 sets each arm, focusing on 12 repetitions. And then overhead dumbbell, which is one of my favorite movements, guys. So I did, you know, on a bench, I was holding the dumbbell, really get a good contraction out of this, focusing on 12 reps, 3 sets. I think I went 80 up 90-pound dumbbell, used to go up to 160 on this, but I love that. Doesn't hurt my elbows or anything like that. And last exercise, kickbacks with dumbbell, okay? Great finishing movement. You saw both arms, 3 sets each, both arm, 12 repetitions. This really gets that long head, gets that contraction. I leaned on a bench. Sometimes you can lean against the dumbbell rack, really kicking it back, okay? Then moved into bicep training, okay? Always triceps before biceps, just my preference. I get a much better pump. So the first set of biceps, I'm already pumped up as soon as I do the first set. So I started with cable long bar. Now today I wanted to do something a little more constant tension. So you saw I leaned back a little bit and I was doing that extension. You know, Dave shot from both angles on this. Really getting that contraction, 12 repetitions, really good way to get the biceps going, no swing to it or anything. Constant tension with the cables, that's what I love about cable movements. Preacher curl. Preacher curl, I used a selectorized machine, so I used a pin, focused on 12 reps, 3 sets there. Really just, you know, getting that peak contraction, one of my favorite movements. Always try to do this second or third in my exercise. I don't like starting with these. I know a couple people tore their biceps doing preacher. It's kind of locking the elbow in too much position. You have to give your body some warm up. So I did 3 sets there at 12. Incline curl with the fat grips, okay? So this is called a spider curl, okay? So I used a cambered bar because I couldn't find a straight bar. My preference is a straight bar. I used the fat grips because it gives a little more tension in this area, okay? So I focused on 12 repetitions, 3 sets, just really squeezing. As you see, I might have forced out a couple on that, but less cheating that way because everyone knows I love to cheat on the movements. I'm gonna obviously admit that. Dumbbell curl, very standard. Alternate, I started with 40, 45 maybe, and I stayed about 45. I did 2 sets, you know, with the same weight, and then I pyramided down a little bit, dropped the weight because, you know, it got a little heavy. I was trying not to swing too much, but focus on, I don't know, 8 or 9 each side. I didn't really count reps, but I did it until I got tired. And then hammer curls. So I do, you know, standing hammer curls across the body. I focused, once again, 8 or 9 reps on each arm. I did 3 sets there. I think I went 50, 60 pounds and, you know, focused on more of the brachialis, the bicep from the side. So when I was doing side chest, you know, that was a good movement to really pop out that arm density from the side, right? So build that thickness. And then, of course, I finished with calves. Now, normally calves training is done on chest day, but I have something really special planned for tomorrow for chest. So I'm probably not going to train calves tomorrow, so I wanted to get them in today. So I did 4 sets of standing calf raises, pretty standard. You know, the 1, 2, you see that little pop that I do, so it's like an extra contraction. 12 repetitions, same thing, get that deep stretch, contraction. 4 sets standing, 4 sets seated, okay? So I work the inner with the standing and then the outer more with the seated. Use the hammer seated calf machine, great machine. As you see, those guys were in the leg room killing. I don't know if you saw some movement around there, but really cool atmosphere. Got the workout done probably in 45 minutes. And you know, once again, we're trying to bring you the best content for JTV guys. So, you know, listen, I hope anyone can travel to Vegas. I know the Olympia this year will be in Orlando. We're excited for that still, but we really look forward to, you know, the world coming back together and people making their way to Vegas and being able to try out the different cultures. And you know, you never know, you may catch me at one of these places, or you know, if I can do some sort of meetup for, you know, YouTube or whatever, I'd love to you know, get everyone kind of together and do some sort of a day, you know, with the JTV gang, if we can all meet, if we can all meet up. And you know, because I know we have some loyal followers, but very important, guys, for you guys to click
the like button, the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, if you like some of the content. I'm trying to get out there and teach more than ever right now. So it's all about, you know, keeping you guys inspired, but also I want to teach you guys the best knowledge on types of training, because we have to go through trial and error. Not to say my volume training, I mean, we just did 40 sets or more for arms, you know, 20 for each body part, plus calves. I mean, I just killed it. And I'm going to do, you know, 20 minutes of stairs here to finish up. And it may not work best for everyone, but what I can say about my training is the reason I'm able to maintain the high volume without the crazy failure sets is I eat a lot, okay? I eat a lot and I sleep, okay? And I rest. So that's the most important thing, because I feel you still can't overtrain if you get enough rest and you recover and you pay attention to what your body tells you. And listen, taking certain days off when you need them. I only go, it's all touch and go for me. So I don't have any scheduled days off. Like, I'll never call someone and say, well, Saturday's my day off, or Friday. I don't work like that. It's just not how I train. I just go. A lot of days I'll wake up and I'll feel a little tired, but I'll get a second wind at the end of the day and I'll feel like training. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. And it's worked well for me. Obviously, I'm not competitive, so I'm not as focused on building a lot of muscle mass, but I am focused on maintaining some. I want to look lean, and, you know, I'm maintaining about 240 right now. And you know, let's see how you know, how it takes me in the next few weeks. And, you know, that may change. You know, I may back down or I may add more. But most importantly, I'm staying at it. I'm staying consistent, and I hope this continues to motivate you guys. So please share the video. Please like, subscribe, and also comment, because the comments, even if you guys had a like button on there, listen, we want your input, and tell me how your training is. You know, and we have a lot of stuff coming for JTV, man. So I'm trying to shoot more videos and be more involved with some good surprises for you guys. So thanks again for following JTV. We are still killing those 20-inch arms. That's the name of this video, because these cannons are still 20 inches, down from 22 and a half, but I'm still at 20. So let's keep killing it, man. Get those arms pumped up.